You're definitely improving.
No, it's you.
Your swing's coming on a treat. But try and keep your head still at the top of your backswing.
See, when I want your advice, I'll ask for it.
It's only what the pro would tell you, need charger. I'm giving you the tip out the kindness of my heart.
You talk to me about the kindness of your heart, not the way you behaved over Penny. And you're supposed to be my friend.
I am. And since when have friends let a woman come between them? Look, me and Penny...
I don't want to discuss Penny. Certainly not with you. Subject is closed.
All right. I'd rather talk about golf anyway. What time are you teeing off?
I haven't got a round booked.
Right, well, you got no chance. Not on a Sunday.
Somebody's partner might cancel at last minute.
Well, in that case, you're in luck. Because the guy I was going to play with has cried off.
Hell, you've more front than Piccadilly Station. Do you think I'd play with you?
If you won a game today, yeah. Thought you were a keen golfer.
All right, I'll play with you. I'll tell you one thing, it won't be a friendly game. I say it'll not be friendly.
Any sign of it where you are, Fred?
No. Time's up, you've lost the hole.
I've lost some balls in my time.
Not the ones I'd have nominated. You're not letting me have this putt, then?
Well, you didn't give me mine on the 7th, and I was nearer than that.
I'm not giving you out, not after your conduct. You did that on purpose.
Oh, do me a favour, a cough. It's where your body takes over.
You let your body get away with far too much. Get a grip of it.
Mike? Hi there.
Who's that?
I don't know. I remember the face.
You remember me, Dennis Stokes, Chamber of Trade do last month?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Friend of mine, Fred Elliott.
What, the butcher? Mr. Sausage round these parts. I've heard the name many times. I'm glad to know you.
Aye, well, how do?
This is my lady wife, Lily. Lily, Mike and Fred.
Hello.
Hello, gentlemen.
Well, I'll press on. I'll see you in the bar, maybe. Come on, my flower.
Oh, nice-looking bird, eh, Fred?
Typical of you. Do you think of naught else?
Right, what you gonna have?
I do not wish to accept a drink from you.
Oh, come on, Fred. What am I gonna do, poison it?
I wouldn't put it past you. That's what you've done to us, friendship.
Gentlemen, you'll have a drink with me, I hope. What's it to be?
Oh, cheers, Dennis. I'll have a scotch.
Fred, what about you?
Oh, that's very kind. Scotch and threat, if I may.
Dennis, why don't you go and sit and talk with your friends? Let me get the drinks.
Good girl. Shall we sit down, lads? Make them large ones. Leave the drinks to the caddie.
You got a lovely wife there, Dennis.
I have, haven't I?
She's a beauty. That's a real beauty.
She's from Thailand, you know. Siam as was when we were at school. I met her through the internet. A whirlwind courtship via email. I flew her over here, married her within a month. 3 years together now, never a crossword.
Well, you're a lucky man.
She's a wonderful girl, but then they are Thai women. They're damn sight different to British women, I can tell you. Especially my ex-wife.
How do you mean, different?
Well, they actually like making men happy.
By hell, that is different.
Just remind me, Dennis, what business is it you're in?
Import-export. If anybody wants to buy it, I supply it. I get most of my stuff from the Far East, just like Lily here.
If I may say so, Lily, your husband's a very lucky man.
Thank you. It's most kind.
I can't say as I've had much luck with the ladies myself. As this fella could tell you. No, looking back, I'd be telling an untruth if I were to claim that Venus had been kind to me.
Well, it's never too late, Fred. You want to do the same as me. Find yourself a bride like Lily.
Give over. A man of my age, I'd stand no chance. I had no chance.
Well, that's where you're wrong. You see, what Thai ladies look for in a husband, well, I'll tell you straight. It's kindness, sincerity, generosity, Isn't that right, Lily?
Oh, yes. What my husband says, that's absolutely right.
Ah, you're a lucky man, Dennis. I say you're a lucky man. That wife of yours is a real beauty, a breath of fresh air.
Luck has nothing to do with it. You make your own luck in this life. There's no point waiting for your perfect partner to walk through that door. You've got to be master of your own destiny.
Master of your own destiny.
There you go.
Thank you, my flower.
Right. Best foot forward. Next stop, Rover's return.
Water under the bridge, eh? Time to move on. Are things all right with us now?
You can follow me around the golf course. You can come into my shop. You can come in my pub. But it means nout. You hear me? Nout.
How long have you known Mike, if you don't mind me asking?
Long time. There's been a bit of a falling out of late. Messy situation.
Was there a lady involved? I sensed a bit of tension.
Some wounds take a long time to heal.
What are you looking at?
Nothing.
When you said you met Lily on the internet, what did you have to...
I've always been fascinated by the mysteries of Eastern culture. The sanctity of tradition. We're losing that here in the West.
Oh, yes.
One click of the mouse, you can be talking to Bangkok as easy as if it were Burnley.
So, is this something like one of them dating agencies, then?
Well, that sort of thing, yes. An exchange of details, introductions to suitable ladies. I like to think of it more as two lonely souls searching for each other across continents.
Does it take long, this search?
Oh, no. If you've got broadband, it's almost simultaneous. I get the impression you might be tempted to search for a soulmate from the East.
Oh, no, just curious, that's all.
Well, if you don't want a full-blown search, you could always go for a browse.
No, burnt fingers, no thank you. I don't think so.
Good. Your drinks.
Oh, thank you, Betty.
Oh, hey, Gran.
Has Rita been in?
No, sorry, Gran, I've not seen her.
Oh.
Do you want to join us?
Yeah, we're just planning my party.
Oh, well, I don't think there's much that I can contribute to that. Now you're past the musical chair stage, eh? Besides, Fred looks like he could do with some company.
I'm doing very well on my own, thank you. I've thoughts to think.
Come on, you. I know you of old Fred Elliott. What is it? What's weighing on your mind?
Can a man be sufficient unto himself? I ponder that. Women seem to be able to cope, to even thrive. Look at you. You've positively blossomed since Alf moved on like.
It's not true, Fred. I miss him. Always will. You just have to do the best with what you're dealt, huh?
Happens you're right there. Only what I want to know is who does the dealing. Because I always seem to be a card short. RAM, ROM, pixels, processors.
Hey?
Computers, megabytes and all that. What do you know about them?
Not a lot.
Oh, it's no good me asking your advice then.
What do you want to know about computers for? You still haven't sussed out that calculator I got you for Christmas.
That's because I'm thoroughly grounded in the rituals of mental arithmetic and have been since I was a mixed infant. When it comes to sums, I don't need artificial assistance.
We'll have even less use for the computer then.
And who says it's for me? Apart from doing me accounts and such like. It's our Joshua I'm thinking about.
Joshua?
Educational tool. I'd hate to see him falling behind when he starts school just because we didn't have the foresight to make him computer literate.
He's 2 years old. Anyhow, I don't need to spend his childhood sat in his bedroom looking at a computer screen all day.
He'd be rationed. I'd make sure he got his fair share of fresh air.
This is not to do with Joshua, is it?
What do you mean?
Come on, be honest. You've been talking to people, haven't you?
About what?
About computers, about what you can get over the net.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, I think you do.
Well, I don't.
Ah, well, it's just as well, 'cause it's not for the likes of your eyes.
I hope you're not suggesting that I'm intending buying one for carnal purposes.
Well, you wouldn't be the first, Dad.
Well, I'm dead shocked. I'm deeply wounded that a son of mine should think such a thing of his father.
Oh, come on, Dad, you're a red-blooded male just like the rest of us.
Aye. And if I want titillation, I'll go to a red-blooded female, not sit in front of a computer, load down in stuff off a website.
Hey, hello.
I don't suppose you know out about computers, do you, Betty?
I don't. Why?
I'm thinking of getting one for our Joshua, and I don't want one of them smart salesmen taking advantage of me.
Well, you need to ask one of these young uns.
Ask us what?
He's thinking of getting a computer. Wonders how much he'd have to pay.
Oh, right, well, it depends what you want it for.
Our Joshua mainly, but I'd use it for accounts, letters, that sort of thing.
Right, well, if that's all you need, you could probably find one really cheap.
What about Thinternet? I believe that can be quite interesting.
Yeah, it can be, Fred. It just depends what you're looking for.
Not you as well. Is everybody incapable of answering an innocent question without inferring that I'm some kind of pervert? Dennis! What brings you to this neck of woods?
Just passing through, Fred.
Oh, well, then you park your bum and have a drink on me. Scotch, if I'm not mistaken.
Spoken like a professional.
No ice and a dash of water.
I'm getting this hammer.
Might have a dog and bark yourself.
Oi, I heard that.
Bit of a tartar, that one, eh?
A light welterweight in her day, I believe. So where's this wife of yours? I'd be frightened to let her on her own if she were mine.
Don't worry, Lily knows when she's onto a good thing.
She's a delight. A veritable Aphrodite.
She's made a difference to my life, and that is a fact. I was a sad old duffer till I met her.
She's a few years younger than you. Does that create any problems?
I'd be a liar if I said I wasn't a bit concerned when we first got together. But they have skills, these lasses. She keeps me on my toes in bedroom department.
Does she now, does she?
And tidy. She keeps the house spotless, and she's a wonderful cook.
So, where did you meet this paragon of virtue, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't mind at all, love. I found her on the internet.
Oh. So that's why you want a computer, is it?
No, it's not. It's nothing to do with that. I told you it's for our Joshua. See, this customer wants serving over yon.
Mail order brides. Who'd have thought it?
Sorry about that. She's been here that long, she thinks she owns the place.
No need to apologise, Fred. I quite understand if you're interested.
No, I'm not.
No, I hear what you're saying, but if you were, and you wanted to know how to go about things in a discreet manner, of course, I'm always here to get you sorted.
Well, it's very kind of you, Dennis. I say that's very kind. Only I'm not in the market for a bride of any age right at the moment.
Fine. I just thought I'd mention it. You know where to come if you change your mind.
Lily! What a pleasure. Oh, you're looking lovelier than ever. Dry white wine spritzer for the lady, please, Betty, if you don't mind.
Right.
You remembered?
Well, you're a very memorable lady.
Oh, thank you. That's most kind.
Oh, he's a little belter, is Fred.
And have you two been having a nice little talk?
We've swapped a few thoughts, yes.
Oh, I hope you haven't given too many secrets away.
No.
Oh, no. He's been the soul of discretion. He's a proper gentleman, if ever there was one.
No, Fred. You're the gentleman.
Am I?
Oh, yes. I think you'd make some young woman very happy.
Would I?
Absolutely. You're so happy and cheerful, so good, so kind.
And he's not short of a bob or two neither, love.
That's on the house, please, Betty.
Right.
Thank you. If you'll excuse me, I have to use the little girl's room.
She's a lady, Dennis. True stunner.
Yes, you're right. She's a real treasure. But she's not unique, Fred. There's plenty more where she came from.
Nobody as lovely as that. And fancy an ugly old codger like me.
It's not about looks or even age, Fred. I've told you it's about love and security. Any man with access to the internet can be just as lucky as I've been.
It's a pity you couldn't have stopped a bit longer. We could have had a bite to eat, have a lovely piece of fillet steak at home.
I'm watching the waistline, Fred. Not to keep in shape for the little woman.
Oh, you mean she wants an early night?
Oh, it's a trial, Fred. It's a real trial. Come on, my flower.
Bah, yeah, you saw that off quick. I said that were quick.
So would you if you had our Vera's cauliflower cheese hanging over your head. Doesn't bear thinking about, Fred, let alone eating.
Women should be made to take a cookery exam before they're allowed to get married.
Well, that'd be our Vera in a nunnery for starters.
That's not a bad idea.
Fred, I was joking.
I know, but you wouldn't want a wife who were a stranger to a kitchen, would you?
Oh, planning another proposal, are we?
Mind your own business, Judas.
I got my head done for this, you know.
You get paid whether there's folk in or not. I have to wait until there's up before I get my bit of crust.
My heart bleeds. I mean, you won't have enough to buy them exotic presents from the East.
Well, thank you to Ferme votre bouche about that.
I'll stop you going broke, Fred. Stick another one in there.
Would you serve this gentleman, please, Betty?
Certainly.
Oh, the wounded bull act is getting on my nerves.
What's up with you? Did you overdo it last night?
Well, worse than that.
What?
I accidentally called Claire Nax.
Yeah, daft pecker.
She was all right about it. She said she understood.
But?
She didn't want me to stay.
Well, you get your bib off and get yourself over there sharpish. Throw yourself on her tender feminine mercies.
I don't want to make it a bigger deal than it already is.
You might only get a couple of punts at happiness in this vale of tears. And if one of them punts should come from an unexpected direction, so be it. Who cares if the small-minded snipers who are only happy when they make other folk miserable, who cares if they harp on about exploitation? You've only got one life.
Are you still on about me and Claire?
You and that lovely Claire must not be torn asunder by a slip of the tongue. Don't dally.
Ah, well, I'll think on.
There's no obligation. All you do is put your details on the website and the ladies get in touch with you. You do note.
I'm not entirely sure about this, Dennis.
What not to be sure about?
Well, I've always been a romantic.
Romance is changing. Think of this as a modern courtship ritual. We don't go wooing with chaperones and sideways looks from behind fancy fans anymore, do we?
I suppose not.
And time for that with today's busy lifestyles. If you want romance, think of yourself as an electronic peacock fanning your feathers out over the World Wide Web.
Electronic peacock?
And all them beautiful young peahens in Thailand are gently clucking at the sight of your plumage and flocking to the nest.
I'll do it.
Height.
5'11". And a quarter.
Weight.
Put a line through that.
Face shape.
Line through it.
Smoke and drink.
And that.
Marital status.
Married 3 times. Widowed once. Divorced once. 1 marriage bigamous. Put a line through it. Do we really need all this?
Well, I suppose most of it'll be covered by the photo.
Photo?
You've got to have a photo, Fred. Otherwise they'll think you've got something to hide. You see, it's your personal profile where you'll really knock 'em dead. Remember, you've got a lot going for you. Interests.
Ah. High-quality butchering. The pursuit of the perfect sausage. Golf, square dealers, and earning an honest bob.
Yeah. Well, perhaps we'll concentrate on the last bit. Income.
Qualities. Qualities.
Have a think.
Hey, what would you say my chief qualities were.
Is this for the internet dating?
How do you know? You were sworn to secrecy.
Betty and I have no secrets.
What about you, anyway?
Don't tell our Ashley.
What? Afraid he'll get the right idea?
Can you credit it at his age? What happened to once bitten, twice shy? He's been bitten more time than a shark's breakfast.
Because you're past it, don't mean that I am. I say, don't mean that I am. So, what would you say there is about me that appeals to fairer sex?
Well, there's a customer. What do you want?
I haven't yet reached a satisfactory decision. You carry on with the conversation.
Tell me what you want.
I'll try tomato juice.
Where are we up to?
No further on. My lad, not a word. Ashley, Claire. Oh, you know Dennis Stosh from the golf club?
All right.
You do? Hello.
Hiya.
We just go and pick our just up from Doreen's, but we thought we'd drop in. That trouble we had earlier, it's been sorted.
Has it? Everything satisfactory?
Everything's perfect.
Perfect. Grand. I'm delighted for you.
Oh, well, we're early. Could have a quickie, couldn't we?
Yeah, if you want.
Don't be selfish. No, poor Josh will be pining for you. Go and rescue him. Go on. Now, go on, get off. That's Elliot Stock there. Don't keep him waiting.
All right. Another 10 minutes wouldn't have made any difference.
I'm not cut out for this.
So that's settled. You're generous, wealthy and kind. And you're looking for someone kind, loving and beautiful.
Nearsighted.
Will that be enough to entice anyone?
More than enough. I'll get it on tonight.
You're not having any breakfast?
I'll get some in a bit.
What are you looking at them for?
Shouldn't I?
Well, there's no reason, just that you've not had them out in ages.
Exactly. No point in having a photo album if it never gets looked at, is there?
Hey, is that you?
Oh, aye. Yes, you wouldn't recognise me now, would you? I say you wouldn't recognise me now. Time has not been kind.
True.
You were very handsome.
I think so. Now, my Sybil used to say that I looked a bit like Sean Connery in A Certain Light.
Oh, the light that we're out.
Hey, don't be awful. Anyway, it's not what you look like that counts, is it? It's what you actually like that matters.
It's to be hoped so. Oh, Luke. That's me and old Sybil when we got wed.
Oh, she's lovely.
Yeah, she were. You know, life doesn't half go quick. You know, it seems that you're no sooner spoken your first word than you're preparing for your last.
Well, what's brought this on?
Just makes you think, that's all. The time you've got left is precious. You have to make the most of it while you still can. I'll get me breakfast.
We're not open yet.
That'll be Dennis.
Brought you some samples this time, has he?
That'll do, I say that'll do.
You can't buy love like you can buy a carpet.
Dennis, come in, come in.
Morning, ladies.
Morning.
Come through into back. We'll get some privacy there.
Oh, what do you have to go and do that for? What, it's a earwig?
Yeah, well, I'd rather not. Pathetic, that's what it is. I mean, men of their age, using those poor girls. If they want some comfort in bed, should get a hot water bottle.
Have you got your photo, then?
Well, I brought two. I weren't sure which I thought happened this one.
You can't use someone else's photo. It's got to be of you.
It is me. Granted, a few years back, when I were in Thopperatics.
It's in black and white. You look about 20 and you got hair.
I thought I could tell her I'd shaved it off.
And what about the rest? Shall I say you had a hearty dinner?
Oh, you're right. Oh, the whole thing's doomed. I don't know why I'm bothering.
Hey, don't you start giving up before it's even got going. Somewhere out there, Fred, is your perfect match.
Oh, yeah. She'll be bald and fat like me.
No. She's young and beautiful, and she's looking for you. I mean, I'm not exactly the world's best-looking man, am I? But was my Lily put off? I've told you, these girls are looking for love and security, not some flashy young geezer who can't provide either.
I suppose so.
Now, where's this other photo? Is it a bit more up-to-date, is it?
I'm bored under that.
Well, I won't go worrying about that. They have the same saying over there as we have here, you know, about bald men.
Do they? What about this, though? And them?
Well, you've got a while yet. You could always try getting some exercise.
Exercise? I say exercise. I'd have to start for a year before I got all this off.
Well, it might not be a bad idea, cutting down on the old calories. Look, I'll get this posted on the net.
How long do you think it'll be before I hear something, if at all?
Oh, it shouldn't be long. Will you stop worrying? I tell you, Fred, they'll be biting your hand off. As soon as I have any replies, I'll be in touch.
Oh, and Betty wants an extra couple of pounds of lamb for her hot pots. She said to make sure it's lean.
Ah, she always does. Shelley, does my dad seem all right to you lately?
Hey, how do you mean?
Well, it's just he seems preoccupied and he's been acting odd lately. I mean, like this morning, he's looking through old photos saying how much he should enjoy life while he's still here.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's anything on his mind.
Well, he wouldn't tell me even if there was. Not that I'm saying there is mind. You're probably best asking him yourself, eh? And he kept going on about how Fred's behaving strangely and didn't know anything about it.
So what did you say?
Well, I said you best go and ask him yourself.
Well, let's hope he does. Might bring him back to his senses before it's too late.
Before he ties the knot, you mean?
Oh. You all right, Assie, love? What can I get you?
Part, please, Betty.
Right.
All right, Dad. Usual for me, Dad, please, Betty.
Right.
No, I'll have one of them fizzy waters.
You what?
No wrong with that, is there?
What's going on, Dad?
How do you mean?
Well, if there's something wrong, then you'd rather you tell me if there is.
There isn't.
Well, what about this morning? Coming over all nostalgic and going on about time being so precious.
I were merely making an observation, that's all, that at my time of life you have to take stock, reevaluate, sort things out before it's too late.
I knew it. You know, aren't you?
Eh?
Sort things out before it's too late. You're talking about dying this morning.
No, actually, there's no wrong with me. I'm fine. It's just our philosophising about getting older.
Oh, aye. And what's with the water? That's more worrying than the rest.
I'm just looking after my health, that's all. And that doesn't mean there's out the matter. I'm fine. I'm fit as a lob. It's just I want to stop that way.
No, that's all right, then. Let me go in there for a minute.
Well, there's no need. No. If I'm sensible, I reckon I've a lot to enjoy, eh?
Lovely colours, absolutely gorgeous. Come on, put a bit of spark back into your love life. Give your hubby a treat. How about fishnets? A £5 for 10. Nice lacy suspender belt to go with them. I'll chuck it in for free and you can't say fairer than that.
No, you're all right, love.
Of course, there's always 60 denier supports which might be more up your street. Miserable cow.
Stacey, love. Making your fortune, I see.
Yeah, 2 more pairs and I might be able to afford a lottery ticket.
Well, save yourself the bother. I've got one here. Name of Fred Elliott. Longing for love and willing to pay the price.
What? You found us another mug?
I have. So what do you say?
Kopkunka Fred. Fred.